The war in Ukraine is often framed as a drone war. This narrative is consistent, and it dominates public discourse. But public perception does not always align with operational reality. At the front line, in sectors assessed as critical, Russian tanks are still being deployed. Their presence is repeated and deliberate. The question is not whether drones are effective. The question is why legacy systems such as tanks are still considered relevant. Much popular analysis relies on a narrow framework. That framework evaluates weapons primarily through loss rates. If a system is frequently destroyed, it is assumed to have failed. In a war of attrition, this logic is insufficient. What matters is whether a system can continue to generate operational effects over time. Russia evaluates this war through continuity, not perfection. This conflict is large in scale and long in duration. Under such conditions, scale often outweighs limited technical superiority. Russia entered the war with extensive Soviet-era stockpiles. Many legacy platforms were not discarded, but selectively modernized. The T-80BVM emerged from this approach, not as a technological leap, but as a functional adaptation. In a prolonged conflict, this approach is rational. Tanks in Ukraine are no longer used as classical breakthrough tools. Their role is narrower, more specific, and more risk-managed. They are employed to apply pressure on defensive positions, to support infantry, to dismantle field fortifications. This is not symmetrical warfare. This is positional warfare. In this context, persistent presence matters more than singular advantage. The T-80BVM is not deployed arbitrarily. It typically appears in sectors deemed operationally significant. Its gas turbine engine provides high acceleration, useful for rapid repositioning. Modern thermal optics enable night operations and sustain operational tempo. Additional protection does not render it invulnerable, but it improves survivability margins. None of this is dramatic. All of it is functional. Southern Ukraine is characterized by open terrain, long sight lines, limited cover. These conditions favor systems capable of mid-range engagement and rapid displacement. Drones remain dangerous, but their flight time increases. And so does exposure. Terrain does not decide wars, but it shapes tactical choices. Ukrainian drones are effective. This is broadly accepted. But effectiveness does not equate to total dominance. Drones depend on signal integrity, weather conditions, and coordination. Electronic warfare and infantry screening constrain their freedom of action. Many attempts fail without ever being recorded. As a result, public narratives often become unbalanced. Drone threats are episodic. Tank pressure is continuous. A tank does not need to destroy a position to be effective. It forces defenders to remain concealed, limits movement, and drains mental endurance. In positional warfare, psychological pressure has operational value. Its effects are rarely visible, but consistently felt. Comparisons frequently stop at specifications. What actually matters is system integration. Tanks, infantry, artillery, and drones operate as a combined structure. Russia does not seek perfect systems. It seeks systems aligned with its logistics and force structure. This is not a moral advantage, it is a structural one. The T-80BVM is not a symbol of the past. It is an example of how legacy systems can remain operationally relevant in modern warfare when employed appropriately. Drones are reshaping war, but they have not replaced armored systems entirely. Perhaps the more relevant question is this: not which weapon is the most advanced, but which system is the most sustainable in a long-term conflict. This is where collective thinking matters, without slogans, without romanticization, and without illusion. If this type of analysis is useful to you, consider supporting the channel by subscribing and sharing. Not to promote a narrative, but to expand rational discussion. And a final note: this content is analytical in nature, based on open-source material. It is not intended to endorse violence or any party to the conflict. Its purpose is singular: to understand the war as it is. This content is created solely for educational and informational purposes. It is intended to provide insights based on verified data, credible sources, and careful analysis. Our goal is to foster a deeper understanding of modern military technology and current events, not to promote or endorse any form of conflict, propaganda, or political agenda. We strictly oppose the spread of misinformation and hoaxes. Every piece of information presented has been carefully sourced from reliable, publicly available references. We encourage viewers to approach the topic with critical thinking and respect for all sides involved, maintaining a focus on knowledge sharing and open discussion.